I'm there kind of like, prepping some Thanksgiving stuff, time to chill, family, the news hasn't dropped yet. And all of a sudden, I get tagged in a little video from my old friends, Kamaru Usman and Henry Cejudo. You see, I'm able to say their names. And it's from their podcast, which I've heard tremendous things about. I hear it's just absolutely killing it these days. It's great. It's two really, captivating, electric, likable personalities coming together for some great content. And I get tagged in a video where it appears as though one of the all-time best fighters, former UFC welterweight champion, Kamaru Usman, is talking about me, but he's not referencing my name. He's not saying my name, but it's very clear that he's talking about me. Anyway, I wanted to play the video, give them a little bit of attention and the rub, because I know that that's really what they wanted deep down inside, and react to it. So here it is.
A person that will not be named in the show, but I guarantee you they could probably smell us from here.
Damn.
Well, let's just talk about
this. You got
this.
a big nose, Kamaru.
They could smell us from here. But Henry, listen, why would we, as professional fighters, why would we go on these shows anymore with people who don't have G14 classification?
Like, if you're not great, I don't want you speaking on my greatness. Don't start talking about he's not this and that, because now it's unauthentic. I have G14 classification said, unless he's averaging 28-15, I don't see him as a dominant big man. I can say that.
Why would I be sitting there talking to you? Because you're just a glorified fan. The real journalists that have a conversation with us, Henry, before fights, and then they write about it, that's different. Not these people who are media personalities basically give their opinion. You talk about me to stay relevant. I don't talk about you. I don't care about you.
You've been in the headlines, and it's a matter of respect too, Kamaru. I would take it as like, all right, man, I'm the big dog. I'm the sheriff in town.
But that's why they're talking about me, Henry, because of that. Because I am the big dog. I am the name. That's why they are talking about me.
Okay, and he followed that up, that video, with a tweet, again, talking about me when he's saying that he doesn't want to talk about me on Thanksgiving, no less. They were never qualified. That's why they're no longer invited to the events. And so this is the same old playbook. This is the same old playbook, especially from the ones who have no creativity, who aren't able to think on their own with any kind of good trash talk, and especially from the Ali crew. It's always two things. It's always big nose, and it's always he can't get invited to the events. When they don't, they've been in the fight game long enough, they would know that you don't get invited to these events as a media member. You apply for a credential, and then they say yes or no. But that's a semantic. Obviously, we understand they're trying to hit me below the belt, even though I've tried to explain and prove time and again that I haven't applied for a credential since March 2020. Izzy Romero pandemic hit. I was supposed to go to the Leon Nate Diaz fight, my last show at ESPN. Then I decided to leave, and on it goes. But they always go to those same two things because they feel like that's the best way to hit me. And then there he is, sitting there saying, I don't care about you. I don't care about your thoughts. Why should I care about your thoughts? But he's doing a video. He's clipping it off. He won't say my name, but he's going to tweet about it. He'll make some remark. Clearly, I have struck a nerve. And what is the nerve that I struck? I had the audacity to say that someone who hasn't won a fight, hasn't won more than 2 fights since 2021. He's 1-3 since 2021. He won 1 fight in June, and then his last win prior to that was a win in 2021, had the loss against Hamza, which I gave him all the props in the world for, and then the 2 losses against Leon. And I had the audacity to say that this guy doesn't deserve a title shot. I didn't say that he's a bum. I didn't say that he's a never was. I didn't say that he's one of the worst champions of all time. Obviously, I think George St. Pierre, and I don't think this is a hot take, is the greatest welterweight champion of all time, but I didn't make it personal. I didn't hit him below the belt. He's talking about my nose. By the way, I've been hearing about my nose since I was a kid, and I'm the one who leans into the nose stuff. I don't make, you think I get offended about the nose? I make merch with Helwani nose on it. You think that's going to bother me? You think that's going to make me feel sad about myself? But I don't go there. Like some people would say, say that, Kamaru's hairline is afraid of his forehead. I don't say that stuff. I don't go there. I don't go to the same places that these guys go because they have no creativity. They have no actual way of coming up with good creative trash talk. So they hit me with the nose stuff, which I already hit myself stuff with, and then they hit me with the untruth of the credential stuff, which I've already cleared up time and again. But to them, and the way that they have been programmed by their master Ali, they've been programmed to think that unless you're a part of this group and you have to do everything in your power to be accepted and to be wanted by this group that is the UFC and Uncle Dana, you are not worth anything. The difference between them and I is I don't need them. I'm very happy being exactly where I am, and I've built something outside of that. They can only be successful. They can only be who they want to be if they are accepted by that. So they think that if you are not accepted by it, it's a knock against you. It's a shot against you. That's the difference in the mentality. And so they'll do everything to suck up and to be like, oh, yes, boss, look at your great shoes and look at your great closet and look at how much money you have and look how much success that you've generated for yourself. And I'll just be here speaking truth and telling it to you as it is. And I'll tell you what, I can guarantee you that the public would much prefer this than that. Then whatever that is. You could call it G14 classification, you could call it whatever it is. My G14 classification is a degree from the greatest sports journalism school in the country. Look it up, Syracuse University. And if that isn't enough for you, 15 time in a row, World MMA Award Journalist of the Year. That to me is enough. I've never said that I could fight. I've never said that I could do what you do, and I would never, ever, ever criticize or critique the way you punch, the way you take someone down, the way you do anything in the cage. I don't do that. But I sure as damn think that I can sit here and say that someone who has one win since 2021 probably shouldn't be next when you have guys like Michael Morales, 19-0. You have guys like Shavkat Rakhmonov, 19-0. When you have guys like Ian Gary doing their thing. I don't think that that's a hot take. I don't think that that's out of bounds. I don't think that's crossing the line. And so you could try to take shots at me. You could try to discredit me. You could try to say like, hey, why would we go on your shows? Newsflash, I haven't asked either of you guys to come on the show for a very, very long time. I know better. A, I know you're not going to do it. And B, no real interest. I have no real interest. Triple C, Henry Cejudo, got his hand slapped when he came on my show after the Marlon Moraes fight. Ali got very, very mad at him because he told him. And he knows this. And Henry knows this. Ali told him, I made a deal with Dana White. You can't go on this guy's show. You're going to get in trouble. How'd that all work out for you, Henry? How'd that all work out for you? How did things pan out for you as far as like listening to that advice? Did you get everything that you wanted? Did you get all the promises that were promised to you for not coming on my little rinky-dink show? How did it all work out to you? Because I remember when you were crafting the Triple C thing, when you were trying to do the stuff with the Bella twins, who helped you out? Who was backing you? Who had your back? Who was putting you on the show when you were missing weight and all that stuff? Who was putting Kamaru on the show? But now that they feel like they're comfortable, they've got their little microphone, they've got their little Zoom setup, they can take shots at us and say that we are not qualified, that we don't deserve to talk about this. We can't talk about title shots and things like that. Clown shit. Absolute clown shit. And don't worry. The reason why I talk about you is because you guys, I know very well, you're very accomplished. You've done great things in this sport. And I talk about you out of respect and because you are a part of the sport. I don't need you to talk about me. I didn't ask you to talk about me. None of this should matter to you. None of this should bother you. But if you're going to try to discredit me, then I'm going to respond. I'm sure as hell going to respond. And so, yes, I don't think that you deserve a title shot. I don't think that you're the greatest welterweight champion of all time. And I don't feel like my responses are all that crazy to those two questions or debates. George St. Pierre is the greatest fighter ever, not just welterweight champion ever, greatest fighter ever. And Shavkat, Michael Morales, Ian Gary, and I'm probably missing, Carlos Praches. Yes, I do think those guys deserve it more. And by the way, if you don't believe me, how about Sean Brady, who got knocked out by Michael Morales? Let's hear what he has to say about it.
There's no way Ian gets it next. I don't think so. Well, first of all, the least deserving of it is Kamaru Usman. Brother, like, I don't know how they're finagling this shit, like trying to push him into the
cahoots.
Huh?
Between him and Islam?
Yeah,
like mutual friendship. Like, let's get
mutual
you paid.
friendship, same manager. Like, I understand what they're trying to do, but that's bullshit.
Yeah.
I personally, obviously, he beat me. I think Morales is the most deserving out of everybody.
He's undefeated.
Undefeated, 19-0, just beat me. I was the number one contender. Beats me. Number two would be, I think Prates is right there. I think he would deserve it more. Shavkat doesn't deserve a title shot.
He got to get back in the race.
He's got to get back in the race. Everybody else got to be in the bro. Something like that. Everyone's got to be in the race. He's just sitting on the sidelines. The only person I think that they will do before Morales
Ilya?
is Usman. Like, I think they're trying to do this. Like, I really do think.
Would you be disgusted?
Disgusted. Everyone's going to be disgusted. He's the least. He lost 3 fights in a row. Beat Buckley. Like, bro. Like, come on. You know.
It's a good fight.
I don't think it is. I think Islam's going to run through him.
And he's 100% right. I do think that is what's going to happen. I do think it's going to be the same thing as John Jones versus Stipe. They're going to give him the title shot. It's going to be a lifetime achievement award, and then he's going to retire after he loses to Islam. That's exactly what's going to happen. And all those guys are going to have to wait. The active, young, hungry, successful, victorious as of late fighters are going to have to wait. And this will pause everything because they'll all come together, same management. They'll make a deal. He's cozying up to Dana and talking about his great shoe collection and all this stuff. We're going to get this main event that no one wants, but we are going to get it. Just look at the matchmaking as of late, and then everything will be paused, and then everything will resume afterwards. I can guarantee it. I could smell it. I could smell it, guys. I could smell it from right over here. I could smell it from miles away. Glorified fan. I mean, at what point do I get to say, yeah, I can have a say in matters here? Glorified fan. What does that even mean? All of you guys sit behind microphones. Can I critique the way you speak? Can I critique the way you do your media? I mean, I have a degree. What's your classification? What's your qualification for being a media guy? Just because you fought? Well, then why can't I speak? I have a degree that says that I'm allowed to speak. So what's the difference? You see what I'm saying? You're saying that I can't speak about a sport that I never competed in. I'm going to say you can't speak about something that you have no qualification in because you don't have a degree that says you're allowed to speak into this thing. You see how stupid that sounds? You see how dumb that sounds? It sounds very fucking dumb. Just like you guys do when you try to make these little jokes and take these pot shots at me. Great fighters, legendary fighters, all the respect, peace and love. I've never said a blessed word about either of you guys other than I'm talking about the sport. I'm talking about the sport here. I'm not making it personal. I'm talking about the sport. People deserve it. People don't deserve it. And I don't think that you deserve a title shot. And clearly, way more accomplished people in this sport, guys who actually fight, who dare I say have some kind of classification, maybe not G14. And by the way, that's a joke from Rush Hour. None of it is original. None of it is your own thought. You can't come up with anything on your own, but you take these shots to try to sound cool and hip, and you're thinking about me and making videos and content about me on Thanks Freaking Giving. Have some turkey and some sweet potato pie and stop thinking about little old me, who apparently is so irrelevant that you can't say my name, but you still make content and videos about. Silly. Make it make sense. But anyways, who's to check? Thanks for watching this video. Before you go, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button for us. Also, give us a thumbs up, leave a nice comment. These things go a long way. And while you're here, do check out the rest of the channel. We've got live shows and full interviews, clips, and a whole lot more. We're doing big things here, and we appreciate your support very much.